This is the story of Jane. Jane is a 16-year-old who lives in Philadelphia. Jane's parents are working several jobs and can't be home much to support her. Funding for after-school programming and counselors at Jane's school were recently cut. Jane is trying to balance family and economic pressures and is bombarded with messages telling her that she isn't good enough. Seeking connection, Jane winds up in an unhealthy relationship and becomes pregnant. Without support for pregnant and parenting teens at her school, she drops out. Jane loves her daughter, but is struggling as a single mom on the low wage she's earning at a fast food restaurant. Even with child care assistance, she can barely make ends meet. She has very little income and learns that she is pregnant again. She decides that the best thing for her family is to terminate the pregnancy, but her insurance doesn't cover abortion. She can't afford it on her own. Jane is alone and scared. But what if Jane had support along the way? What if she had options? What if there was a community of advocates rallying around her? How might her story change? When Jane is feeling isolated and overwhelmed, she is connected to programs that support and empower her. When Jane falls into an unhealthy relationship and becomes pregnant, she learns that help is available and that she is not alone. She gains tools to build a thriving life for her and her daughter. While Jane is working a low-wage job, she finds out that there are programs that train and support her to unlock her ambition and find a better job. And some of these programs link her to family planning services, which prevent her second pregnancy. But as we all know, even with planning, things don't always work out how we expect. So if Jane does become pregnant again, she has options, including a program that helps women get the financial assistance they need to terminate a pregnancy. Jane feels good about her decision, which sets off a chain of events that lead her down a path to success. These possibilities do exist. Women's Way is here to disrupt the narrative by funding programs that change women's lives, by creating a community of learning and empowerment, by mobilizing advocates to join together and raise their collective voice, driving policy change. Women's Way is a community of visionaries, philanthropists, activists, allies, and so much more. We are a movement that exists because of you. You can change the story for hundreds of thousands of women like Jane. Make a donation. Make a difference. Make an impact.